Okay, jumping straight right in, I'll be showing you how to serve different HTML files as well as different static files on our Node backend server, how to run those files. So basically, I have created a public folder where I have added all my static files. So here inside the HTML folder, I have the homepage.html, and I'll be trying to run this in my backend. So for that, we have to go to our index.js, and I'll be removing this output from the previous video. So what we use here is a method called send file to send our files to the backend server. And basically what we do is we add a path to it, and the path should direct to our HTML files. So what we can see is that our HTML file is inside the public directory and also inside the HTML folder. I mean the directory, right? So we need a path to get to this point. So for that, we will be using a module, an inbuilt module with the name of path. So we have to require it as we required express. So whenever I use the word module or dependency or package, it just means the same thing. So I'm requiring the path dependency or the package. And what we do now is we use the path dot join method to join two paths that I'm going to provide. So the first path is a keyword actually with the name of dir name. So I'll be demonstrating what this actually prints out. But for now, I'll be specifying the path. So we are inside the public folder, HTML and homepage.html. All right. So for now, I'll comment this out and I'll be showing you guys what the dir name or directory name keyword does. So basically what it gives is an absolute path, and just wait a second, dir name. Okay, so for this to run, we have to use our npm run dev, the shortcut. And here you can see that uh, there is a relative. This is what I mean by an absolute path. So from my root directory all the way to our working directory. All right. So uh, suppose if you are a Linux user, then this might be different for you guys. This is specific to my computer. So basically, why we actually require an absolute path is that suppose I want my server to run in others' computers, suppose it's a Mac or a Linux. So basically, not all computers have this path where it's local disk C, users, Acer, desktop. So this is specific to my computer. But to get an absolute path, we need to use the dir name so that it's different for it depends upon the environment that you're running the server on. So this is the use of this keyword, and we are using it. So what this gave us is the path all the way to our working directory, which is full stack app. Now we also have to go inside the public folder and the HTML folder to get to the homepage.html. So basically what we're doing is we're joining this with the remaining path. So there are two types of paths. So this one is the one I showed you is an absolute path, and this one that I've written here is a relative path. So the ones where you see the dots and backslashes are relative paths, and I will show how relative paths work here. So here I've used the relative path to my CSS file. So what double dot and a backslash gives is we go up a directory. So what this means is we go up a directory and we access the CSS folder. So you can see that when we go up a directory from homepage.html, we get to this public folder. So inside the public folder, we will be accessing the CSS folder, and inside this, we will be accessing the style.css file. So basically, that is the main gist of relative paths, and hope you understand. And continuing, so where were we? So yeah, so what path the join does is it combines both of the paths, and we can also use path dot resolve, which is basically the same thing, but what this does is it gives an absolute path every time, whereas path.join, all it does is just join it. It doesn't convert this path to an absolute path. So this stays as a relative path, and it just combines it, which doesn't really matter, but it's basically the same thing. So let's try and run it. So I'll open the localhost 5000, and here you can see that my HTML file, the static file, is being served.